In today's video, we're going to do a full review and unboxing of the Motu M4. I'm going to share with you how I decided on this particular audio interface for my needs, some of my favorite features, and then I'm going to help you decide if this interface is right for your particular setup. Brett Pontecorvo here at livekeyboardist.com, where I help keyboard players just like you with the ins and outs of sound design, with building a stable live keyboard rig, and with choosing an effective live performance software. If you're new here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. All right, so after almost 8 full years of working with my Sapphire Pro 24, it finally died. It was no surprise. I got a lot of great mileage out of it, and I have literally nothing to say bad about that device. But when I was looking for a new audio interface, there were 4 specific things that I needed. First of all, I needed at least 4 outputs so that I could run my keyboard sounds on 2 of them and backing tracks on the other 2. And of course, I wanted that output sound quality to be as high as possible. It was also really important that I had a secure connection, because sometimes if I bumped into the Sapphire, it would disconnect. And then lastly, I needed a way to record my computer audio, so my audio interface had to have loopback capabilities. The Motu checks all of those boxes, and so it was a pretty easy choice for me. But let's have a look at the packaging that it comes in. All right, so here is the box itself. Pretty simple. Got the picture on the front, a little bit of information about the unit on the back. So let's pop it open. Let's open it up here. All right, so we got some wrapping in here, plastic over the top on the sides, a little thank you for choosing a Motu audio interface. Comes wrapped well. Pull these sides off. All right, let's get it out of the plastic then. That's a pristine design right there. Everything looks really clean. We've got our knobs on the front, those 2 inputs on the front, 2 on the back, and then, of course, our 4 audio outputs. Some MIDI ports there, and our USB-C connection, power on the left. Just really beautiful, clean overall design. Not really anything to hate here. This just feels like a great unit all around. So as you can tell from the box, everything is pretty plug and play. However, the software that's included in the M4 is the thing that actually gives you that loopback ability. So as you can see, I'm talking right now, and if I go into my inputs here, you can see audio is coming in on channels 7 and 8. And what's cool about the loopback in general is there are actually 2 separate channels. So if I press a keyboard note, you'll see it lights up 5 and 6, and also 7 and 8. So if I want to just capture what's happening on my computer, I can record from channels 5 and 6. And if I need to capture just my voice, or my voice and my keyboard at the same time, then I can record channels 7 and 8. So loopback is actually even easier than it was with the Sapphire Pro 24. Now, I used to be very adamant about anything that I purchased had to have really great software, but actually something I'm appreciating about the Motu is that I don't really miss the software because it takes a very physical approach. If I need to adjust the volumes, I can do that right from the front panel. I can switch between monitoring my audio directly through the Motu and through the software just with the push of those buttons on the front panel there. And everything is kind of just tactile and hands-on. I don't miss the software at all, so I'm really loving the physical approach. Something else I'm loving is the metering on the front. So when I play notes, you can see the levels on the front, so it gets me a really good idea of about how much volume I'm putting out, and the same, of course, for the inputs. I don't do a ton of recording, but it would make it really easy to set the appropriate level just looking at the front and not really needing to consult the computer. And thankfully, the connection, the USB-C connection, is extremely secure. I can actually pick up and move this interface without worrying about it getting disconnected. It is a little bit light. So I wonder long-term how this is going to hold up, especially when live performance comes back again. But as of right now, I'm actually really pleased with the output and with just the general overall experience of using the Motu M4. All right, so who is this interface for? Truthfully, this interface will work for just about anybody, but if you're a live keyboardist and you will also be running tracks, then this is definitely a really solid way to go. If you're not running tracks and you're never going to need more than 2 outputs, then you might want to consider going with the M2. It's a little bit cheaper and still has a lot of the same functionality. This is also great for light at-home recording, so if you're not trying to track 16 channels at a time, this is an awesome option. You've got 4 inputs, they all sound really good, the preamps are amazing, so this would be a great option for you. Now, this might not be for you if you're just trying to get the job done. So like, if you're like, I just need to get the sound out of my computer and in to the soundboard, then maybe you want to go with something cheaper. Maybe you want to get a USB DI. I've got a recommendation for that on the screen right now. And coming in at just over $250, this is really a fantastic option that's quite reasonably priced. I'm going to link in the description below so you can see the up-to-date prices, because there is a little bit of variation on this, and I'm also going to link that USB DI. So let me know what you think about the Motu M4 in the comments. I'd love to hear from you if you decided to go another way, or if you think there's another interface that's better for this price point. If you got value out of this video, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on livekeyboardist.com.